But my grandma taught me how to value myself. She said, you have to think of yourself as a house, baby. Every woman should think of herself as a house. Now, it's one thing that you got to remember. You can't be letting all kind of men go in and outside your house, you know what I'm saying? Because then you'll be known as the crack house, and you don't want to be the crack house. You also got to remember that every man wants to come inside your house.
Imagine if we had lantern lights still. Can you imagine lanterns? That's how we got around with lanterns? You know how long it takes to get a lantern going? You got to get that going. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when somebody heard a strange noise in the house, they had to get the lantern going to check it out. You know how long that takes? And then back in the day, families did everything together, so they went to check on it as a unit, as a family. The mother would wake up like, what's that noise? What's that noise? You know they all slept in the same room. Jebediah, wake up. Jebediah, Bartholomew, Thurgood, Penelope, Gertrude, Rose, Bartholomew Jr. Wake up. Oh, I heard it again. Did y'all hear that, kids? We heard it, mother. What's going on? I heard a noise, kids. Hand me those matches. Let's see who's out here. We're gonna see who's out here, kids. Let me just get this lantern going, kids. Let me just get this lantern going. It's pitch black, kids. It's pitch black. All right, stay close to me, kids. Stay close to me. We're gonna see what's going on out here. Who's out here? Who's out here? And then when you drop a lantern, it's gonna burst into flames. The whole house is going up. When you drop a lantern, that's another hazard we don't have to deal with. But she's like, whoosh, we're burning. The kids like, we're burning, mother. I know, kids, I'm sorry. The crook is burning with them like, lanterns.
I was home for Thanksgiving. It was so weird. This Thanksgiving was weird because this Thanksgiving I came out to my family. I'm not gay. I just thought it would be hilarious. I have an uncle who doesn't like gay people. And because of that, I've actually come out of the closet on Thanksgiving every Thanksgiving for the last 4 years. And they say that coming out is like the hardest thing that a young person can do, and it totally is, but it gets easier every single year. Here's how I do it. I stand up with a glass of water and a knife, like I'm giving a toast at a wedding, and I go, "Excuse everyone, I have an announcement to make." And then my uncle will go, "For fuck's sake, again?" And then I release the doves, and I do my musical number, and I throw the glitter. It's part of the meal now. Do you know what I mean? It's part of Thanksgiving. It's part of the ritual of Thanksgiving. Like, everyone expects it. Like, the turkey comes out, the potatoes come out, I come out. And I thought about not doing it this year, because my grandfather came to Thanksgiving for the first time in a decade, and he's 88, and no one has told him about the little joke because he doesn't do surprises. Like, the first time he was surprised, he was asleep on this boat in Pearl Harbor. And so, like, since then, he doesn't like surprises or sushi, and we leave him the fuck alone. And I thought about not doing it, but my cousins were like, "Are you gonna do it this year?" And after a while, I was like, "You bet your ass I'm gonna do it this year." And they were like, "Backup dancers?" And I was like, "Not this year. Just me." And we're all sat around the table. It's me, my family, my grandfather, and my best friend, Michael. Michael is my college roommate. He had nowhere to go this year for Thanksgiving, so I invited him. And as I stand up with a glass of water and the knife, I realize he has no idea what's gonna happen. And I go, "Excuse everyone. Michael and I have an announcement to make." And my grandfather crosses his arms, And he looks at me, and then he whispers something to my mom, and my mom starts laughing like a maniac. And I'm like, what did Zadie just say? She went, your grandfather just told me he's known since you were 9 years old.
The latter years of my teen years, my grandma raised me, and she taught me how to value myself as a woman. And I want to share this with you guys. If you have a daughter, if you know little girls, share this with them, because if she would have told me this before I turned 17, I probably wouldn't have been Section 8 in my house out, but I needed a bus pass, so. But my grandma taught me how to value myself. She said, you have to think of yourself as a house, baby. Every woman should think of herself as a house. Now, it's one thing that you got to remember. You can't be letting all kind of men go in and outside your house, you know what I'm saying? Because then you'll be known as the crack house, and you don't want to be the crack house. You also got to remember that every man wants to come inside your house. Mm-hmm. Preach. She said you want to keep the grass cut and keep it clean because you don't want people walking by thinking you got an abandoned house. She said don't go out late at night getting drunk and stuff. Do not go out late at night getting drunk, because somebody will break into your house, baby, right through the back. They'll break in right through the back, and you're not going to like that. And she said once you find a man that love you and care about you, he'll go ahead and he'll sign that paperwork and he'll put a ring on your finger and he will buy that house. And I sold mine. I sold my house. I got me a husband temporarily. And I was shocked when he was like, will you marry me? I was like, for real? You want to marry me? Because this is a fixer-upper. It got a lot of issues. You will not be the first person to move into this house. I want to let you know. It's kind of spacious. I don't think you could fit. He said, don't worry, I'll refurbish it. And he did. But what had happened was he had let the house go into foreclosure. So now I'm thinking about renting the backyard out to an Asian dude. Hey.
Before my baby was born, I never cried. I never cried before my baby was, because what happened when I was a kid, I was running, I fell, I cut my knee, I was about to cry, but then my father, manly Persian man, he came over, he goes, son, men don't cry. Now stand up and walk away. I was like, you're right, Dad, you're right. I'm 4, I'm a man. I went to the biggest tearjerkers ever. I went and saw E.T. Remember when E.T. was leaving? The whole theater was crying. I was about to cry. I was like, E.T., don't go. E.T., please don't go. I got this close, and then my father's voice, like Darth Vader, came into my head. I said, son, I am your father. E.T. is a stupid puppet. Let him stand up and walk away. I was like, you go, E.T., you suck. I'm not gonna cry. Never cried. Ever since the baby's been born, drop of a hat. Anytime I see a father and a son in a film or TV program, I start tearing up. Yeah, I was watching TV, there was a Tide commercial. Yeah, there was a father drying his son with a towel. I was like, this is the best Tide commercial ever. I need more tissue. I think I'm getting my period.
It's my uncle's birthday coming up, and I went to CVS this morning to buy him a birthday card. I quickly discovered there's no uncle section, so I had to buy a happy birthday dad card and just replace the word dad with uncle. I want to share with you guys what that sounds like. Uncle on your birthday? Any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be called my uncle. You didn't tell me how to live. You lived, and let me watch you do it. The greatest gift I've ever received is my friend, and I call him Uncle. Your guiding hand on my shoulder will remain with me in all caps forever. I love you, Uncle. This one's my favorite. Strap in. Dear Uncle, thank you for tucking me in. Just changing one word, you guys. That's all. Picking me up and showing me how. Thank you for teaching me to do things on my own and believing in me when I try. Thank you for hugging me and loving me and doing special things to make me happy. Hope your birthday feels as wonderful as you make me feel every day. It's time to celebrate you, Uncle. So I think we've all discovered why there's no personalized uncle cards out there, right, guys? It's creepy as fuck. I just bought a blank card. I'm gonna have to give this to him. It says, "Happy 50th, Uncle Rick. Thanks for being my dad's brother and not touching me."